Champions are not born, they're forged. This is about turning the ordinary into undisputed. Available now.
Morning peeps, good morning everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for all the nice feedback regarding the link up with Undisputed. I had a look at the comment section on yesterday's video. So positive, which means a lot. You know what I really like? When I go down the comment section and I see old school subscribers that have been here for years, that are still here. So look, I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers as well. We are very, very close to 80,000. Obviously, you know the target's 100,000. I want that plaque. I'm desperate for that plaque. But no, look, I said it on yesterday's video. I'll say it again. So excited to link up with Undisputed. I've got so many crazy, wacky plans. And I guess pressure is on now to deliver, which I don't mind. I like the idea of pressure being on me. So yeah, look, thank you to you guys. You know what you guys are really liking at the moment? I've just had Phil, who does my newsletter, and he tells me that you guys are loving the voice notes in the newsletter. So we're going to keep doing that as well. The link to the newsletter is in the description if you don't know what I'm talking about. We just keep you up to date with what I'm doing, where I am. I did interview Mr. David Beckham the other day in Miami, which was crazy. Honestly, crazy. So yeah, I do present today for the Club World Cup. I'm doing Seattle Sounders versus Atletico Madrid. That's at 11 p.m. I think the games are on Channel 5 if you don't have a DAZN subscription. And then I'm doing PSG versus Botafogo, who are the Brazilian champions. That's a really good game, honestly. So if you do like your football, try and stay up for that one. I'll be presenting both with Kleberson, used to play for Man United, and Mamadou Sakho, used to play for PSG, Liverpool, Crystal Palace. All right, let's have a look and see what there is to talk about today. Brian Norman Jr. flattens Jin Sasaki in 5 to retain his WBO title. I haven't watched the fight, but I have seen the knockout. It's a left hook, and why the referee started counting, I do not know. He could have counted to 100, and Sasaki wasn't getting up. Honestly, it's a really good performance away from home. I don't know what Top Rank are going to do with Brian Norman. Obviously, Boots Ennis is gone. Are they trying to get the Barrios fight? I mean, what's the plan here? I'm not quite sure. But he's a talent. We don't really talk about him as much as we should. He's only 24. I think he's had like, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's like 26 fights, 22 knockouts. I mean, why is he not spoken about enough? Maybe because he doesn't have that big win on the resume. But I think once they can get him in there with someone, a name, maybe even at 154 because he's a big 147, then I think people will start to really get behind him. But that knockout, I'm not joking. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It is vicious. Jaron Boots Ennis confirms plans to leave welterweight for 154 pounds. Yeah, Boots has put it on his social media. He kind of done a pose like that, as if to say, look at me now, I'm really swole. But yeah, look, we only want big name, Boots. We only want big names. 154 is far too deep for Boots to go in there and say, give me a warm-up. No. You are the unbeaten champion, the best at welterweight. Let's go up and see what you can do with the big boys. You guys know what I want. I want Virgil Ortiz. That's what I want. I think that's a fight that everyone wants. It's a fight that was supposed to happen at 147. Then there was a lot of talk about it happening for Riyadh's season card where Virgil fought Madrimov. There was a lot of talk. It didn't happen. Virgil's not a big 154. So I guess if Boots wants to test the size at 154, then you fight a guy that's come up from 147. But I think that's a great fight. Do I think they're going to do that fight? No. I do think they are going to tread softly and then put him in with someone. But I don't understand why. Boots can beat Virgil. Virgil can beat Boots. That's what we want to see. 50-50 fights. If not, chuck him in with Madrimov. We've seen Madrimov against Crawford. We've seen him against Virgil Ortiz. Let's see what Boots can do to him. Because I think Madrimov, I was going to say he's a gatekeeper. He's better than that. He's way better than that. Madrimov's probably he's definitely a top 10, 154 pounder. I was going to say top 6, top 7. Maybe he isn't that. But Madrimov's a good test. So let's see what Boots can do. But very excited to see Boots at 154 pounds. Why kill yourself at 147 if there are no money fights at 147. Although there was talk of Teofimo Lopez. We wait to see what Tio's going to do after Tio turned down Devon. I mean, all these guys just turning down fights. Honestly, it's crazy. I don't know. Hopefully that one can be rescheduled for some time, but obviously it's not going to happen on this Riyadh season, August 16th card. It isn't that, is it? So, yeah, we'll see. One fight we know is happening is now 1 month away exactly. And I am talking about Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois for all the marbles in the heavyweight division. And I am very, very excited about this fight. It's almost like my excitement has grown. Like seeing the growth of Daniel Dubois and the age of Alexander Usyk. It's almost made me feel like, whereas before it was like that, the growth of Dubois and the age of Usyk. Usyk is still a massive favorite for me. But I would be shocked if Dubois chins Usyk. But I'm giving Dubois a good chance. I mean, you'd be crazy not to give Daniel Dubois a good chance in this. Daniel Dubois right now is almost at the peak of his powers. He suffered defeat. He suffered embarrassment. He's now taken those things on board, the experience of both. And he's now a man on a mission. People, he's a man on a mission since he fought Alexander Usyk nearly 2 years ago. Look at what he's done. I mean, I feel like I don't know if people are sleeping on it in like when they're doing their predictions, but that run is fantastic. Miller, 100 pounds bigger, the bullied him, stopped him. Hrgovic, the bullied him, stopped him. AJ, favorite, not necessarily a bully, stopped him. Like these aren't life and death fights he's having. Miller was a test, but he found a way. But he's running through these people. Like he's running through these guys. These guys are good guys. At the time, Miller, top 15. Hrgovic, definitely top 10. AJ, definitely top 5. And he's stopping these guys. So he's coming to this fight off the back of incredible form. It's a shame we didn't get the Joseph Parker fight, right? Because that would have then, I mean, if he were to have iced Parker, I think, I mean, that Usyk Dubois thing I had is probably like that. But we didn't see it, so it's still like that. But I give him a great chance. I think that experience of going to Poland and fighting Alexander Usyk last time out, he's going to take a lot of positives from that. Even though, you know, minus the low blow, the on the belt line, minus that, Usyk really was having his way with him. But you're going to take that experience of fighting in hostile territory, if you like, a stadium fight against Alexander Usyk back then. Since then, he's had 2 big fights in Saudi. He's had the AJ fight in Wembley. So he's going to make that walk July 19th. He's going to make that walk, and there's going to be no fear in making that walk. And I had a really good vantage point of seeing him make the walk for AJ. And I'm telling you now, that I don't know what they did to him in the change room, but that guy came out like old school Mike Tyson. He came out just wanting to fight. There was no looking around. There was no smiles. He marched to the ring, and he's going to march to the ring again. This kid has no fear. Honestly, there's no fear. I wish we could kind of gauge like his heart rate. I think he's perfect right now. Honestly, I think that team is built around him. He's not, and maybe this is the benefit of having Don Charles, who doesn't have many fighters. So it's all about Daniel Dubois. It isn't a case of, okay, we've 7 or 8 fighters in that camp, so I've got my time with Dubois, and then, you know, no, it's all Dubois. So I think, yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to it. Again, I think Usyk will win, but 38 is 38, people. I don't care if you live the life. I don't care if you've not had or been through wars. 38 is 38. You're no longer a prime athlete. You're not. You're no longer a prime athlete. You're on the way down. You're on the way down. I'd say anything past 33, you're on the way down. There's no way you're as fit at 33 as you were at 25. Again, you could be living like a nun. It's just not possible. Don't get me wrong. There are freak athletes. LeBron James, freak athlete. Cristiano Ronaldo, freak athlete. But even those two, they tallied off because age is age. And they're not fighting. They're not putting their bodies through fucking hell in fight camp and hell in sparring and hell in fight nights. Alexander Usyk is. So I'm going to go 65-35. That's where I am. Bear in mind, when they fought in Poland, I was like 100-0. So that's what Daniel Dubois has done in 2 years. He's gained 35%, which is very good, which is very, very good. If Daniel Dubois were to become undisputed, I was talking to someone about this. Obviously, Lennox Lewis is the greatest heavyweight we've ever produced, right? Lennox Lewis is top 3, top 4 heavyweights of all time. So no one's touching that. But does he jump above Fury? He surely jumps above AJ. If he were to beat Usyk and become undisputed, surely jump. He's the second best heavyweight we've ever had. Am I wrong? Can't be wrong. I'm right. If he were to become undisputed, he is number 2 behind Lennox Lewis. And you know what's scary? What is Daniel Dubois? 27? Again, this is all ifs and buts and maybes. Look how long he's got to catch Lewis. Which, if someone told you this 2 years ago, you would have locked them up and thrown away the key. This is real conversations now. Crazy. Let's have a quick look at the undercard. Lawrence Okoye's fighting Kevin Lerena. I think that's going to be a good scrap. They were supposed to fight, or rumors that they were going to fight a cruiserweight, then rumors they were going to fight a bridgerweight, and here we are now, heavyweight. Lawrence is just too big for him. But we did see, if you guys might remember, the Kevin Lerena Justice Hooney fight. It caused Justice problems. Do you remember that? Kevin Lerena Dubois fight caused Dubois problems. So he can fight, he can scrap. But I just feel like Lawrence a heavyweight, I think, is a completely different beast. Completely different beast. That guy's walking around now like 250, 260. He's a big boy. I don't know how the hell we made 200 pounds. Like, silly for him to even be a cruiserweight. All right, so far we got Lawrence Okoye versus Kevin Lerena. We got Daniel Lapin, very, very sharp. He's fought on a couple of Usyk undercards. He's taken on Lewis Edmondson. That's a step up for Edmondson. Both of those guys 11-0. And we got Andrei Novitsky, who's been on a couple of cards as well. I'm guessing the Ukrainian thing, they all automatically go on Usyk's undercards. He's fighting a fellow Ukrainian in Vladislav Serenko, who when did I do his fights? I did Serenko's fights in South Africa. When? Let me see if I can find it. 2018. Well, it might have been before that. Was it? It might have even been the earlier ones. I definitely did. I'm trying to see. I did his first fight in 2017. I did his first fight. So I've known of Serenko for ages. I met him in America recently and I was like, dude, what's going on? Like, who you signed with? And he mentioned that he's going to sort of sign with Queensbury. So I'm guessing this is his first fight. But look, he's an unbeaten heavyweight. Slightly undersized. But we'll see. When I say undersized, I mean in height. You'll see him. He's like 6'1". Bit stocky, but we'll see what he can do. All right. Anything else before we wrap on today's video? I think that's it. You know, I am intrigued to see what happens in the next couple of months. Top Rank and where Top Rank go. And no one's discussing the fact that Top Rank's deal with ESPN runs out in August. This is the 19th of June. And Top Rank have quite a lot of young stars, like quite a lot. So you'd almost look at them as an attractive proposition for a broadcaster or a network, but I wonder if they're pricing themselves out. Initially I thought, surely they go DAZN, right? But I don't know. Maybe they join PBC. PBC need those dates, right? PBC need a stable. Maybe Amazon open up a few more dates and maybe they link up with them. I think that makes sense. I'd like to see competition. I think competition's key in putting on big events. Golden Boy and Matchroom are with DAZN. It'd be nice to see PBC and Top Rank with Amazon, and then they can battle it out. All right, anyway, guys, girls, we are done.